Hello and welcome to session 5 of C-section Savvy More Than a Scar. By the time we are an adult, we have probably all had a scar or two, and with each scar comes a story. Some might be from childhood accidents like falling off our bike or bunk beds, yet many are forgotten as time passes. But then there are scars that hold significant weight. When we say more than a scar, we're expressing that there may be more than just physical wounds that need healing. And because every woman who has a cesarean bears a C-section scar, it is vital that these tools and knowledge are shared. In this final session, we will cover why scars can cause so many issues and how to avoid them, what every mama should be told about scar healing, and how your birth journey is key to further healing. In other words, we're talking about the long-term impact that your incisions can have on your bodies and what you can do to reduce their impact. And for completing C-section Savvy, there will be a special offer at the end. Let's get started. Here's the important truth. The way we interact with our scars can hugely impact the way that our bodies heal physically, emotionally, and mentally. It can impact the way our bodies can move. It can also affect the level of pain that we experience and potential complications that we could feel long term. So I'm glad you're watching this session today. It's gold. Scars are a sign of our body's healing process. From our earlier sessions, you now know some really important information about a C-section scar. 6 to 7 layers are cut or torn through. It takes 10 to 14 days for that skin layer to heal. You must keep your incision dry and clean to prevent infection. Taping and wrapping your incision can help reduce pressure on them while they heal. It takes 6 to 8 weeks for the deeper layers to heal, and healed does not mean strong. The scar tissue will have a different quality and texture than the surrounding tissue. Rehab and exercise is needed to be used to improve function and of the aesthetics of the scar. And the remodeling of the scar peaks between 3 to 6 months and can last up to 2 years. Okay, let's go deeper. Our nerves, they are amazing. They're like a messenger system. Your brain sends dozens, if not hundreds, of messages throughout the body just so that you can complete a simple task. Unfortunately, sometimes our nerves can be damaged during C-section surgery. This can affect the messages that are getting sent out throughout the body, resulting in a loss or impaired sense of communication. A common challenge for some women is learning how to re-engage their abdominals after having a C-section. Sometimes they can feel like the abdominals just don't want to work anymore. But given time and exercise rehab, there is hope. So how do you know if you have nerve damage, and what are the signs? You might experience numbness, tingling, weakness of muscles, sometimes burning or shooting pain in and around your scar. So how long does it take for the nerves to grow back? Now, our bodies are amazing healing machines, but it does take time for the nerves to heal. After surgery, nerves begin to grow every day at a rate of 1 millimeter per day. And as you rebuild your strength, you'll be more likely to notice weakness in your muscles. This is where using exercise as a normal part of recovery can be really helpful at both promoting healing and also educating your nerves on what their jobs are. So what can help nerve growth and function? Exposing them to a variety of touch stimulation, like the difference in temperature, cold ice and a warm hot water bottle. Different textures, sharp or dull, like the two sides of a fork or the softness of makeup brushes. Different pressures, like lightly drumming your fingers across your scar area, or the pull and hold pressure technique, testing its flexibility and pliability. All these gentle stimulations will help your body to know, we want to feel here, and help promote nerve growth. Now remember how fascia is fibrous tissue, and it's meant to be smooth and run in straight lines, allowing for the muscles and the tissues to be able to easily glide over one another while moving. When fascia is disrupted through a trauma like C-section surgery, not only does it grow back haphazardly, but just like this mess of power lines, sometimes the 6 layers that are impacted during C-section surgery don't heal back as individual layers, but they become attached to each other. When this happens, it can create adhesions. This means that if scar tissue is left alone and not treated, then complications and issues can start to arise thanks to these adhesions. Though adhesions are a normal part of healing post-surgery, we don't often hear them being discussed. Adhesions are thick, non-elastic collagen scar tissue inside the body that sticks two surfaces or organs to each other. The photo here shows an untreated C-section scar pulling down into the tissue. Adhesions can reduce blood flow, can create pain, can irritate nerve function, and reduce the function of organs around the surgical site. This could be how it looks inside the body. Common issues that can arise from adhesions are low back pain, urination problems including loss of control or urinating too much, painful bowel movements, the scar itself being painful, and painful sex. And some not so common issues are non-diagnosable abdominal pain, sometimes even years after C-section, often felt as a dragging pain. Abdomen bloating, secondary infertility, chronic pelvic pain, or even increased menstrual pain after your C-section. So now you can see why it's so essential to understand this knowledge. Many women who have had a C-section who find themselves having pain 3 months beyond their C-section think that it's normal, but it's not. So what can you do about this? Have you heard of scar massage? Scar massage can be very effective during the scar remodeling phase. There is even an optimal window between 3 and 6 months where it is particularly effective. Scar massage initially means gently applying movement to the collagen, gradually encouraging it to redirect and become more aligned. This helps the tissue to become more mobile and less restrictive. If left alone, scar tissue can cause pain, dysfunction, adhesions, as we've just learned about, and even painful sex. But with scar massage, you can improve mobility, improve neuromuscular pathways between the brain and the abdominals, or in other words, it is easier for your deep core muscles to engage and work. And of course, the amazing benefit of reducing pain. Sound good? So remember, the goal of scar massage is to redirect the collagen fibers to be able to move as they should, to reduce the chance of adhesions and complications. So when can you get started? Well, firstly, your scar must be fully healed with no gaps. Usually that's after 6 weeks postpartum, and everyone will be affected differently by their birth experience. So begin when you're ready, and please go gently. Now, if you'd prefer to have someone else do this, then I highly recommend that you connect with a local scar therapist or women's physiotherapist that can help you to connect and go on this journey with your scar and help you gain confidence. So here's some simple insight on how to get started to massage your scar. Firstly, find a place where you feel safe. If you're feeling fearful, you'll tend to tighten up and tense, which will make it more difficult to massage your scar. Secondly, aim for 5 minutes per day. Off before on. This simply means begin off the scar. It may be an inch above or an inch below or to the side. Then over time, as you feel comfortable, you'll gradually move closer until you are on top of the scar. There is no rush for this, whether it is days, weeks, or even months. The key is working with your body and making that connection. And finally, always begin at a superficial level. You should not be pushing too deep. You shouldn't be causing pain from the massage that you're giving yourself. If you want to go deep, then seek the help and the expertise from a health professional like a scar therapist or a physiotherapist. It is incredible what they can do in helping to release adhesions and break up the scar tissue. It's so worth it. But we have taken it a step further and made this step of scar massage even easier by getting the knowledge and the tools from an incredible scar therapist, Deanne Bell. We've created a C-section scar series because not everyone can afford to get access to their own scar therapist. So here's the next best thing. This session, More Than a Scar. At the beginning, we talked about how it's not just physical scars that need healing. The way we feel about our scar or the memories that they hold can affect the way our bodies heal. I know some C-section mamas who have never touched their scar, even years and for some decades down the track. Take Marissa, who said, I've tried to let it all go because I have a healthy kid, but I still feel like I have all this trauma. This C-section mama puts it like this: teach your children that scars and marks are beautiful and that they aren't to be ashamed of. Ever since she could point and touch, my daughter has always loved feeling my C-section scar. Now, to get to a place where we feel comfortable and willing for others to embrace our scar, we need and must first journey that ourselves. Processing our birth story is an important part of our postnatal journey to healing, and sometimes it's not something we feel ready for. Like this mama. I had a difficult and long labour, which resulted in an emergency C-section. It wasn't until a year later that I wanted help to understand what had happened. It is normal to have mixed emotions. There is no right way to feel. Our postpartum journey doesn't always look like we would like it to. But healing emotionally, physically, mentally after giving birth is crucial to our healing journey. We just need to remember that it will take time. Now, experiencing birth trauma is possible for all mothers, regardless of the way that they give birth. C-sections can lead to trauma due to their invasiveness and sometimes the stressful nature in which they occur. Processing the birth experience is crucial for postpartum recovery. Please remember that healing takes time. It involves acknowledging our real feelings and processing those emotions with the support of our loved ones or professionals. So as you can see, there's a journey to be walked to process your birth experience and to find a place of peace and acceptance with it. But it will take time, so be kind to yourself. So here are some tools that can help you in this journey. Firstly, you could read through your birth notes, write your birth story down, talk it over with someone that you trust. You could join a support group either in person or online, or maybe there's a creative outlet that you could use. Writing down what you want to let go of from your birth experience, whether that be hurt, disappointment, guilt, fear, and then taking it and burning it in the brazier is an act of letting it go. Your journey will be unique, so be kind to yourself. Give yourself time and go gently. Healing can't be rushed. Well, beautiful mama, your baby is on the way and soon they are going to be in your arms. I just want to say how proud I am of you for taking the time to be able to invest into your birth experience by completing C-section Savvy. Now you have the crucial knowledge that 82% of pregnant women do not have but should. I am delighted for you. Now, there's just one more thing that I'd ask from you. If you're not planning on having a C-section, then I really want to encourage you to share C-section Savvy with another woman who is pregnant. They will be so glad that you did, especially if they find themselves in that 1 in 3 women giving birth by C-section. Now, if you are having a C-section, then I want to encourage you to please click the link below, pop your name and your C-section date in there. We'd love to support you in your journey. Well, that's it. As a C-section coach, I believe that every woman, including you, deserves to have the knowledge, the support, and the tools that you need to walk your postpartum journey well. As Birthmark Sisterhood, we are here for you. We want you to know that there is someone in your corner that is cheering you on throughout your journey because you deserve it. And one last thing, our special offer for you for completing C-section Savvy. If you don't want to leave your C-section recovery to chance, then I have an incredible rehabilitation program specifically designed to step you through your C-section recovery week after week, reducing pain, promoting healing, and leading you to a healed, restored, and strong body postpartum. For completing C-section Savvy, you can get 20% off our signature C-section recovery program, including access to the full scar massage series. Click the words special offer below and get access to your discount code. You don't have to do this journey alone. We're here for you.